Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum has pushed a little bit higher. In my opinion, we still only have a three-wave move to the upside. Let me explain to you the structure from the low here. Let's talk about the relevant support levels and resistances and the risk here. Before we do that on the micro level, if we zoom out a little bit, you see the market has moved up significantly from the 5th of July low. But if we add the VRVP volume profile visible range, well, you can see that there was a strong area of resistance here in this region, and there still is. I mean, this is where the volume spikes are, right? I find that quite interesting because the market moved through it. Yeah, it took a while, and that's probably one of the reasons why it got so choppy, because it is difficult for the market to move through such a, let's say, such a range. And obviously, okay, it's incorporating now the volume from what happened since the 5th of July. But if I move over here, you see it's always been like that. So it's been like that between April and May. Obviously, this provides additional resistance when the market moves through it. It often leads to choppy price action. Now, we're now moving through that area, or have moved through it. You could argue that there is now a bit of an insufficiency here, and that it starts to pick up again, sort of that volume resistance, yeah, around 3,380. So it's just something interesting, because we moved through a block of, you could say, resistance, and it typically leads to choppy price action, which is exactly what we've seen. But at the same time, it's only a three-wave move up, and it did lead to some very, very choppy price action to the upside, which, yeah, builds a difficult foundation for further growth. But we'll talk about that now, what we need to see. Overall, what I actually want to show you is here this ABC structure for anybody who's new on the channel. So it is possible that this entire correction, which started up here in March, is complete. So it's possible the correction completed in July. From this swing low in July, on the 5th of July, we've seen quite a bit of a rally, and the market moved up round about 13–14%. Not massive, but for Ether it's quite good. It's just, yes, we moved up, but that's pretty much it, right? We don't have any five-wave moves. We don't have any impulsive price action. So it definitely counts very well still as an ABC structure in wave 4, which could lead to one more low. So I just want to mention that again. It could give us one more low. And there is some resistance around $3,307 next. Actually, we're now entering the next resistance range between 3,206 and 3,307. That is resistance, especially also here within that area. 3,281 is another FIB extension level, the 1.618 extension of the initial wave 1. However, even if we break above it, while it might make this yellow wave 4 less likely, it will not invalidate it. And important is that as long as it's only a three-wave rally, there is just no confirmation of a low. That's different from me saying we will make another low. There's just no confirmation yet. So it just means we need to be cautious, not necessarily bearish. We need to see the market break support, obviously. And a break of support would require a move below 2,976. How do we determine that? It is based on the idea that we only see three waves up so far. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. And then we could get another 4, 5. But this is the area that needs to hold if we get a pullback in wave 4. It's between 2,976 and $3,070, but I will adjust it going forward if we see the price go a bit higher in the short term, which it might do, okay? But I mentioned it in yesterday's video. I do have problems counting this as 5 waves up already. I could say this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as indicated by the alternative wave 4 and 5. But it would be not healthy enough, this wave 4. Okay, and it's not in line with Bitcoin. I mean, it kind of makes more sense to call it wave 1, wave 2. All of this is wave 3. Then we get another 4-5 pattern. I can't rule out the other way, but for me, this is more likely a 3-wave move, especially because I can count it quite easily as an ABC structure itself for wave 4, which basically is evidence that it's just a 3-wave move, like A, B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in wave C. Yeah, so just this last bit just needs to finish, and then we just need to be on high alert that we could get rejected from this resistance area. At least we should watch the relevant fib levels. It takes a 5-wave move down now on a smaller time frame to suggest that we've topped. At the moment, there is no confirmed top, of course, but it's now an area that we need to be watching, obviously, where these fib levels are indicated. What you could watch in addition is just kind of this trend line here. So I don't know if it's too reliable, but at least we have, oh, maybe even if we extend that, not maybe, yeah, okay, maybe, I don't know, maybe like that, okay. At least we have a bit of a buffer there, and we have a few touch points here. Obviously, I've just given it a bit of space by adjusting it to that low, but I would say if we break below that trend line, could be an indication that at least the wide wave 4 pullback is underway, or maybe something more bearish. So at the moment, the trend is up in the very short term. So we just have to watch the resistance, and if we break above 3,308, then I'd say there's a good chance we get to that next cluster on the VRVP, which starts, up there around 3,380. That's my update about Ethereum. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.